So the first thing that we've got is some runner beans. These were planted, I don't know, about 3 or 4 weeks ago now probably, and have gone absolutely mad. So they're obviously liking the no-dig method which I'm doing. If I just go on to that, if you have a look, the surface of the soil is mulched in a layer of compost. So the underlying soil is left undisturbed and not dug at all. There's no need to dig. So 6 months ago this was just a rough field, similar to what I'm showing you now. That was similar to my plot. This is the next plot to mine. As I say, 6 months ago this is what mine looked like, and just with fresh compost put on straight down onto the soil. This is now the results that we're getting. You can just about see there, planted some leeks in between the runner beans, and then we can see a dual crop there. We've got some carrots just growing there. They've been in quite a few weeks now, and they're just slowly developing. But then we've got, nearest to the beans, we've got red onions, and then white onions. Then moving up, this is probably the biggest success that I've had this year, and this is my lettuce. Don't look much at the moment because they are they've been cropped probably about 6-7 times this year. As I say, they're just harvesting the outer leaves, leaving in the middle to stop them from dying off, but taking the outer leaves so that they'll regenerate the leaves and then not go to try and flower and bolt. Okay, moving down, we now have courgettes. Still quite a lot to do with it, with a lot to grow yet, but hoping that these will give me a nice yield in a few weeks' time. So then we've got French beans, Allotment beans, that don't need any staking at all. They just take care of themselves, and there's just the start of some flowers. On the other side we've got some more lettuce, some cos that I've put in. If you're wondering what the black polythene is at the end, I've just put that down to keep the weeds down on the path. The path that I've laid is just wood chippings, and that's served well over the summer, but just starting to get a little bit weedy, so I've put the polythene all the way down to help that to die back a bit. So then we'll move on, and we've got parsnips. So right past, you can see that there are some that are starting to develop down at the base. So these are the few things that I actually plant straight into the ground. With them being a long taproot along with the carrots, they're the only two things that I don't sow in modules. So coming out, we move on to our old beetroot. First time I've ever grown beetroot, so this is growing quite slowly, but now seems to be going okay. Then we've got some chard. This is a silver chard, and you can use those leaves either for salad, and you can use them as a vegetable. So now we've got a larger plot of leeks. We've got 2 rows. They're multi-sown, probably a few too many in some of these cells, but we'll see what they grow like. If they do start to overcrowd a bit, I can always thin them out. the idea is that probably get 3 or 4, 5 or 6 maybe leeks in a clump, and then just thin them out as they grow. So then we've got a section of clear ground where I've harvested 2 lots of potatoes. First early called Casablanca, and a second early called Charlotte. And then what we've got is the next row of potatoes, which is the main crop variety, and this is a good old-fashioned favourite of King Edward's that's I think looking quite good. And these will be ready probably, say we're beginning of July, another month, 6 weeks, something like that. Looking to start to harvest them, but they can be left in well into September time. Moving on. Now then, this is what I'll be most interested to see, and this is a large variety of pumpkin, an Atlantic giant, seeds from America, which I've tried. As you can see to the right of the picture there, the vine is starting to go off and make its way over towards the potatoes, and that will hopefully get at least one fruit on there that I can leave to get as big as I can. A few more beetroot at the side that are just filling in the gap, and then we've got some butternut squash, again coming on nicely. Then we've got some more squash growing there. Name escapes me on these, but again, I just want to get a good variety. Small ones have not been in that long. Those are a variety called a red curry squash. They're a very small fruit compared to something like a pumpkin, but you get a lot more on your plant. Planted some tomatoes. These are Gardener's Delight. Grown these outside before, and looking quite good. Just starting to flower, as you can see. Hopefully get some nice fruit from them. Nice sunny position so that it can stand a good chance of ripening. So now this is a bit of an experiment, this one. We've got some peppers, some sweet peppers. What we've got here is 3 different varieties, 2 plants of each. The normal red peppers, which you would use in salad, but then also got some of the long, thin, more speciality peppers that you see in the supermarkets as well. Then we've got at the end, so you can probably recognise these as strawberries. Still flowering quite heavily at the moment. There are some fruit starting to set, but as yet a long way from getting ready to ripen. And then right at the end we've got a raspberry, and I'm guessing that this is going to be a autumn flowering raspberry, autumn fruiting raspberry should I say, owing to the fact that it's not really done a lot so far, whereas we've got another one that was already here when I started that has already started to fruit. So this obviously being a summer flowering raspberry. As I say, the allotment's not looking its best at the moment. owing to the fact that I've put a lot of polythene down. But so far I've got about 9 kilos of potatoes from the ground so far. Another probably 3.5–4 kilos of salad leaves. It's also still ongoing. I've got some more plants that I'm growing ready to plant in. But as I say, all of this has been done in the 6 months, from the end of January to the beginning of July when I'm doing this video. Hopefully in the next few weeks we'll plant some more things. Again, no dig, so there's no digging involved. About December time, what I'll do is I will put another layer of compost, which I'm making in the compost bins that you can see at the end of the allotment, and the compost heap at the end. Just put a layer, probably 3–4 inches deep, and that just regenerates the mulch and allows the ground underneath to keep regenerating with the microbes that are in the soil, and keeps a healthy soil. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. As I say, this is the way that I like to manage my well-being, and look at how I manage my mental health. And I hope that maybe one or two of you might see that this could be something that you could try. As I say, I've not been experienced at all. This is just something that I've picked up and taken advice from different people, particularly a man called Charles Dowding, who does a lot of videos on Nodig on his YouTube channel, and he's inspired me to do what I've done. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll do another one at some point soon. Thank you. Bye.